So here you see is this two mobility impaired people, or is that one mobility impaired person and a able-bodied
That's one able-bodied and one disabled person. The disabled person is in the front of the kayak. When we ran programs in Boston, we'd have two disabled people in a kayak, but usually the one in the back would be me. But basically, you can see they have a chair there that stabilizes their lower back and stuff, because if you don't have trunk muscle, it's pretty tough to paddle. So these chairs, a good chair, for instance, is one of those Crazy Creek chairs. They're soft and they give you a little more sitting stability, so that you can put more power into the paddle.
Of course, here we're in a lake with a bunch of safety personnel in jet skis. So if one of these people gets into trouble,
Right.
some able-bodied person is going to be right there
Right.
helping them out within seconds.
Right.
This is kind of an ingenious way they had of launching a kayak, using some old mattresses to make a ramp.
That is good. I know.
That way they can put the disabled person into the kayak on a nice stable surface and then slide them into the water.
They're very innovative. There's a lot of the main thing is the beauty here is you got able-bodied and physically challenged working together. Now, when you're going through the rehab process, they drill in your head that you need to be totally independent. Well, unless you're Ted Zazinski or whatever his name was, the mail bomber, and you're living in the woods eating squirrels, we're all interdependent. And the beauty is able-bodied and physically challenged doing this stuff together. Now, the person who's in a single kayak is disabled, the one with the yellow vest. And the woman that's kind of hanging out with them is an able-bodied person who, in case he gets in trouble somehow or flips the kayak, then she'll be there to help. And it's real important, too, to, if the person feels they can do it on their own, then let them do it on their own. You say, well, oh, my God, that's dangerous. Well, crossing the street's dangerous. Able-bodied people do dangerous things all the time. You need to get that adrenaline going, especially a lot of these guys were what do you call it, daredevils, and that's one of the reasons they might have broken their neck or broken their back. But it's important to get that part of their identity back, because what happens then is that they're not so afraid to try something new. And if they do something that they never thought they'd do, then that opens up a whole new world to all kinds of
Nice
adventure.
thing here, a lot of mobility impaired people live their life kind of in slow motion in a wheelchair. And here's a sport where they could maybe even go faster than I know these guys could probably go faster than I could with my little arms.
Well,
Some of these, especially the paraplegics, some of them have a lot of power in their arms and shoulders for a sport like this.